Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much. We've seen too much. We've been through too much. We are experiencing way too much. God has revealed himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment. And I hope you fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word. It's so easy, it's scary. Feel me? And I'm not just talking about your natural talent, skills, and abilities and your craft and your job and your interest and your hobbies and the things that you are amateur at that you're trying to take to the next level to become a professional so you can have the life that you desire. But now I'm talking about right now you're in a dangerous position because the stakes are high. Yeah, you can get up and perform and you're prepared and you're ready to do what it is that you've been expected to do. But at the same time, it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to get triggered. It's easy to get comfortable and get complacent. It's easy to count your chickens before they hatch. It's easy to forget that the enemy, you know what I'm saying, is really after you when things settle down and when you don't feel the heat. You feel like out of sight, out of mind, but that's not the case. It's easy to take a day off and that day turn into two, that two turn into three, that three turn into a week. It's easy to get back to not thinking and not being conscious when you eating, when you intaking substance or music, or when you watching television, what you reading, what you indulging in, what you conversing about, who you hang. It's easy to get caught up in these things and not feel like these things are important or they don't have an impact in your life. Over time, if you continue to expose yourself to a situation or to a person or to or environment, eventually you're going to take on the traits of that person, place, or thing. You have a lesser chance of impacting that whole community than that community has of impacting you. They have a greater chance of changing you, actually. So this whole time you've been staying down, and as you're getting close, it's been getting quiet. And we know what happens when they get quiet. A lot of people get bored. A lot of people stop working. A lot of people stop moving. But it's easy to lose that momentum when you're not focused, when you're not keyed in, when you're not dialed in, when you're not conditioning yourself to get up every day and do the same thing over and over, regardless of what happens that day. You know, over time, the results that you're going to have when that moment comes, you're going to be over prepared and you're going to be ahead of the game and stay ahead of the game because you never stop working. Excuse me. You never stop improving yourself. You never stop going after the promise and the plan that God has for your life. So you just got to continue to find ways to motivate yourself, to influence your own self. You got to continue to just be and not think so much and just act, because you already know what to do. You already know what works. You already know what is right and what is wrong for you. So you need to just continue to do what is right. You know how your body feels right now. We feel good. You know how your mind is. You thinking good right now. You know where your heart and your soul is. We are good. We in good posture and we in good favor and good keep with God because we are continue to separate ourselves from sin. It's not that we don't mess up. Nah, it's not like that. No, we don't come out here with the intention to. It's some people that get up every day and their whole plan is to kill, steal, and destroy. Our whole plan is to, how do we take what we got and turn it into something where it could help everybody? You know what I'm saying? That's our whole mission. That's our whole agenda. And you can't forget when it get quiet or when it gets slow. You got to keep moving because you got to understand that everything start and stop with you. So once you stop moving, then your work stop moving, your opportunities stop moving. You know what I'm saying? And you right there at the door, you right there looking at your land of milk and honey, and you're about to cross over the threshold. So why are you going to stop right there at the finish line? But so many people do that and lose the race. They think they got the race won. No, the race not won until it's done, until it's won, until it's over with, until you're raising that trophy, until you giving that congratulations and you see the confetti and the balloons and you hear the cheers. Nah, it ain't done till it's done. So a lot of people get comfortable because you get close. That's not good enough. Not for me, not for you, not for those that you're trying to influence and motivate. we have to continue to achieve these goals and reach these milestones because we're trying to get somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We're getting closer and closer to our day of destiny and our breakthrough and our blessing. But if you stop moving your feet, then you're going to stop moving altogether. So don't get distracted by the quiet times. Don't get distracted by how easy things are for you. Don't begin to look at that as a way to brag or as a way to flex or as a way to boast. No, stay humble and just really appreciate yourself for the time and the commitment that you put in. And what we realize now that we are going into this level of being professional and really taking this to the highest level, the biggest thing you got to sacrifice is your time. And we all know how important our time is. It's precious, man. You can't put a price on it or a value on it, because once time moves forward, you can't go back to recover that time that has lost or that has passed. So we know what we have been doing with our time, with our kids, with our family, with our loved ones, with our friends, with our community. We know what our presence means to these people, places, and things. And though we may not be treated fairly, we are able to treat other people fairly, and we are able to continue to be consistent and continue to not let the conditions of our environment change the way that we live, change the way that we work, change the way that we think, change the way to believe, change the way that we pray, change the way that we carry and conduct and govern ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We continue to be the standard, and we continue to be the measure that people have to either live up to or get left behind. So you got to continue to do this, because you better believe people are looking for you to fail. They are looking for you to trip up. They are looking for you to make a mistake. And you got to not feel these things as pressure, but you got to feel it as, okay, I must be doing something right. Because if I'm not doing something right, why are you watching me? If I'm not saying something right, why you listening? Why you listening to me? You know what I'm saying? If I didn't say something true, why you so bothered? Why you so triggered? Why you so moved? Why you so ticked off? Why you want to put your hands on me when we just exchanging words, and you the one that came with the harsh words, and I'm just giving you a dose of your reality. And then when people cash a check that they no longer have the funds in their balance to match yours, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a will, you know what I'm saying? You got a faith, you got a belief, you got something that is undeterred by reality about what these people, places, and things bring that try to distract you or take you away from God. It only brings you closer, and that closeness brings you through breakthroughs, and those breakthroughs brings you closer to your moment. Those moments make you stronger and better, and becomes, you know what I'm saying, ultimately the best version of yourself. So you just gotta keep going, man. Keep going. Remember, I'm telling you, it's easy to get frustrated because you want more, because again, we still, until it happens, it ain't happen. Until you get the check, you ain't got the check. Until you know what I'm saying, until you where you need to be or where you want to be or where you desire to be, you're not there yet. And you feel that, so you can't go backwards with the way you think. You can't go backwards with the way you speak and with the way you carry yourself, because what we feel and what we think and what we ultimately say and do, it holds power, and that dictates our reality, and that dictates the energy and the frequency that we put out, and then that comes back to us. So we got to think nothing but success. We got to speak nothing but success. We got to forgive people, even the people that do us wrong. We got to forgive them. I ain't saying you got to forget. I ain't even saying you got to like give them a second chance, another opportunity to hurt you again. Nah, but you got to let it go. You conquered that moment. You conquered that opportunity. So you can't hold yourself prisoner to that emotion or to that event. You got to keep going, because everything that's put in your way is a block. It's a barricade that's trying to be between you and your dreams, or you and God, you and your wife, you and your kids. So back to time, we have to sacrifice time. Remember, we had to sit to the side and sit in peace and really get by ourselves and spend a lot of time in solitude in order to get to where we are. We got to take ourselves away from our family, our kids, our wife, our house, all these things, in order to go and achieve the mission and go and accomplish these goals and go and spread the message and spread the gospel and bring the good news, and ultimately bring back a life that's desirable for your people, so they don't have to work for other people. Now you can provide an opportunity for your people. You can provide freedom for your people. You can provide a different perspective. You can provide an opportunity for them to go exactly after their dream, after their goals, and they don't have to worry about surviving. They don't have to worry about working and then paying school. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to alleviate so many things, but you got to sacrifice your time. And a lot of people feel regretful when they're doing these things because they're not doing the right things with their time. When they away and when they're supposed to be working, when they're supposed to be making their moves, when they're supposed to be making this money, when they're supposed to be taking care of business and doing all the things that they signed up to do, they out here sleeping around. They out here doing crimes. They out here living in this fantasy world. They out here living this alter ego. They out here doing these things that they ain't got no business doing. And then meanwhile, they coming back and their kids is growing up. They wife then, you know, change. You know what I'm saying? They done missing these accomplishments and these big moments, and they feel so regretful because of how they used and wasted their time that God gave them in order to do something good and bring back something good. And then you use that time to do something bad and be selfish, and then you can't get that time back. And at those moments, that's when usually something big happens. And if you caught in the wrong place in the wrong time doing the wrong thing, that makes you look stupid and it makes you feel horrible, because it's like, meanwhile, while you doing something that God didn't approve, something real is going on when somebody needs you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to get the bad news or whatever's going on and look at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about all this. So that's why I say I cater to God, I cater to the universe, I cater to my wife, I cater to my kids, I do all that. And when I leave, I make sure that I leave in good standards and good faith, and I leave with my wife's blessings, I leave with a hug and kiss from my kid, everything, you know what I'm saying? I don't leave mad. I try, you know, you try not to do these things because you don't know when that last time will be. So I want to make sure every last time is the best time. Every last time feel just like the first. You know what I'm saying? So I really think like that. So in order to go to these places, in order to achieve these things, just keep doing what you're doing. And like I say, it's going to be easier and easier. And as you get more experience, you take that information, wisdom, knowledge, that truth, that understanding, that understanding, that overstanding, and then you add it to everything that you know and everything that you are. And then you put God in the mix. You keep God the center, the head of your, man, you're going to be unstoppable, bro. Can't nobody mess with you, because how are they going to attack you mentally? You're there. You're smarter than 99% of the people. Physically, you're there. You're really in shape. You really like that. You feel me? Spiritually, you're there. You really have salvation. Your heart's really there in the right place. You know what I'm saying? So you really have the experience and you really have the pedigree to walk it like you talk it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they can't attack you anyway. So you just got to stay humble. You got to stay soft. You got to stay sweet. And then you got to give people game. You can't get all this experience and get all this knowledge and get all this money, power, respect, resource, and all these connections, and then not use it to be a benefit and a betterment to somebody else. That's the whole point. We trying to receive a blessing so we could become a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that gets easier when you learn how to give. When you ain't got nothing, just think how you gonna be when you get it all. You know what I'm saying? So who you are is already there. Money is not going to change you. It's just going to expose and enhance you, you know, who you are. You know what I'm saying? But it's easy right now. Everything, manifesting, praying, visualizing, prophesying, interpreting, just your discernment, bro. Everything is easy, but just don't get caught up in the hype and think that it comes from you. You know that everything that we are, everything that we got, it comes from God. So if you're not going back to God and at least telling him thank you every day just from waking you up, putting you on this side of earth, man, and just giving you the right mind, activity in your limbs, and the opportunity to be better than yesterday, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's the least you can do. But if you want what we want, it's all or nothing, baby. It's all or nothing. So like I say, right now we at a sweet spot, bro. It's easy. But like I say, it's easy to do the good stuff, but it's also easy to go the other way. But if you know where we at a point of no return. We can't go back. That bridge is burnt. All we can do is just go forward and elevate. But like I say, man, it's so easy. It's scary. Till next time, Slim. Have faith, man. Move in faith, bro. Till next time, Slim.